right. Thank you very much on a Saturday. This is our Crazy Live, and I'm very fortunate and very honored to have the AnyDAO founders in our fireside chat today. So we are chatting on their startups. So I'm very glad to have Taylor and Aiden, both that have started the AnyDAO. Could you give an introduction, Taylor, as well? About yourself as well as Eden.
Sure. Yeah, thank you so much, Aiden, for having us on today, and great to see everyone here. I'm Tyler Russell, co-founder along with Aiden of AnyDAO. I've been in this space now a little over 4 years, and I can go into them more about that later. Interesting space right now with where the market conditions are and everything. But as a startup, I think we look at it as an opportunity to really focus on building, which is what we've been always essentially doing no matter what. So I think it just gives us more time and patience to, really start building the partnerships, similar to with CrazyMeta and focus on our product a lot more.
How about Aiden, to know about this project? How do you know about this great partner of yours, and how do you start?
I used to be a serial miner, co-founded a crypto fund in Shanghai, investing in ICOs. In 2018, I think I joined the community, which was co-founded by Tyler in Shanghai, named Crypto Mondays. So we made connections. We found that we got same interests and aspects in DAOs, decided to make it happen. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Tyler, can you tell the viewer about AnyDAO? What is it about? What it intends to do? How is it going to be conquering the world?
Yeah, sure. We hope to conquer the world, but we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Right now there's a lot of DAO tools out there with over probably 300 that, growing every day. And there's over 4,800, 5,000 DAOs with new DAOs launching every day. So we decided to build AnyDAO, which is DAO as a service. And what we mean is DAO as a service, not necessarily as a tool while there's tools built into it, but is looking at the overall life cycles of DAOs. As we were discussing, Eddie, right before the call, is, you need to have a brand presence, you need to be always speaking, there needs to be updates and everything, but that's quite difficult right now with many of the communities being separated through Telegram, Discord, Twitter, YouTube, and everything. So what we're building is a platform that allows DAOs to, one, bring their communities together on our Explorer, and then also to create transparency by sharing all the information, the treasures, the multi-sig wallets, and then grow their new users and keeping their user base growing so the life cycle of the DAO stays sustainable. And then we look at it from the other aspect is, what do users need? They all have common interests. And then the last thing I think is really important we focus on is credentials. People are creating a lot of content through Telegram, through Discord, through Twitter, but those are used on Web 2 behaviors, and they're not being captured and transferred to Web 3, and those people are not being rewarded for those contributions. So we've built tools where DAOs can come on and launch bounties per se to complete certain tasks and everything, and then users can complete those through sharing on Twitter, liking or tagging 3 friends, and then be rewarded on a Web3 contribution value.
I've gone through the functionalities, very complete. Like whatever functionalities that are out in the market, I think you guys have captured it already.
It's a big product.
Understanding is go to the market, which is the hardest. Building it is part of it. Go to the market to get the users in using it. Because you're dealing with B2B more than B2C from the way that I see it. So
yeah, I think it's it's definitely a chicken and egg, and I think this is always the most difficult problem as a startup, right? Is you have the functionality that people need to use, such as for us, it's like we need DAOs to come on board and start using our product, but they don't want to come on necessarily board till you have the traction. So till you have the users, well, you don't have the users without the DAOs coming on board. So I think it's difficult, it's building those relationships where, you start building that trust within those potential clients and who also become your friends and everything as well. And then we share similar aspects of startups and everything. So I think for us, it's onboarding right now new DAOs that are really looking for user growth, that are willing to take the opportunity. More established DAOs that are out there right now may be more hesitant to potentially use our product initially because they already have their set ways of building and managing their users. But for new DAOs, they're always looking for new opportunities. Maybe they go onto 3 different launch pads. Maybe they, they're trying every single social media channel. So I think we look at it as right now, and so what we're working on is, reaching out to new DAOs that need help, and helping them with the marketing, joining fireside chats like this, right? So we can build together and grow together.
To the startup itself, so you are the CEO and Aidan, I believe, with development, or how is it being spread up between you guys? Or how many founders are inside?
So there's just Aiden and I, and then Aiden CEO, CTO, and then I'm CEO, Director of Business Development. But I mean, we're both pretty level on our playing fields. Aiden's obviously much more tech savvy than I am from a functionality aspect. He's managed the development team and everything. And I'm focusing much more on the business development aspects.
So for Aiden, because you are saying that you did raise the fund and you are very frequent with the VC's landscape. So are you guys raising money, or how do you see your startup moving forward?
We are in a bear market, right? Fundraising is very hard right now, but that doesn't mean be stuck here. My last project, Impulse Network, also was funded in a bear market during 2019 to 2020. During the bear market, it will be a higher possibility for good project to be more shining, more visible to the investors. Right. To the investors, they will be more calm, with spending more time on roadmap or the technique or the business part of the project. Getting back to value investment, the first thing is we move on, no matter what the market is. Just keep your product moving on, your business moving on. And the second is do not hesitate to reach out to investors, investment. I believe we can get that. Sooner or later. Yeah.
I love the confidence, and at the same time, I'm with the same sentiment that we are confident of what we are building. It's a quality product, it's a quality startup. What is the future outlook for you guys? So what do you see in the coming of the next 6 months?
Already spoken to a lot of people in the US, so there's gonna be many trips once I get there. First stop, actually, I'm landing in San Francisco on the 28th. So I have quite a few meetings in Silicon Valley, attending Crypto Mondays there as well. Then it's off to DC, so East Coast. So I think out there, I know there's a lot going on in that market. Then obviously up to New York, Miami. I think there's a lot of places to go and a lot of time to catch up since I've been here for 10 years and haven't been back for over 3 years. So, there's a lot to be done, but really excited about the future.
I'm excited for you as well, man. I can even visualize like you are like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, thank you very much for this fire chat. We want to give our best blessing for our partners as well as fellow startups. And yeah, we will continue this journey together as partners, and let's do it. Let's be crazy, man.
Thanks so much, Eddie. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Aidan.
Yep. Have a great weekend, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.